Okay guys, in this video we are going to now put the pinwheel together so you can have a handle and make it spin. So for putting the pinwheel together, you have options for how you want it to look. You could make it look like this one where the color is on the outside, black and white is on the inside, or you could do it in reverse, right? You could do it like this one here where the color is on the inside, the black and white is on the outside. Totally your call, whichever you decide. On your pinwheel paper, you want whatever you want on the inside to be facing up. So this is my pinwheel paper, and I want the colorful side. Mine's just in Sharpie. Remember, you guys have these beautiful painted things. I want the colorful side on the inside, so I'm gonna have that facing up, okay? All right, now I'm gonna take my pin. You could definitely hurt yourself with this. There is absolutely no reason anybody should be hurting themselves, because you guys are all going to be paying very close attention to what you're doing with something so sharp. So make sure you're acting like a very mature 6th grade student using this pin. Make me not regret allowing students to use such a sharp object. I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna just pick any one of these corners. I'm gonna start off with this one right here. I already poked the hole in it to show you about where you wanna poke it through, okay? So not right at the point, down just a little bit. I'm gonna take that pin, since I want the color on the inside, I'm gonna poke the pin through the black and white side first, which is on the bottom. So I'm gonna go from the bottom up. I'm gonna skip every other corner. So I'm gonna skip this one, and I'm gonna poke this one onto there. Now, I wanna go through the black and white side on every one. So I'm gonna go through the black and white side, and I'm gonna poke it through. Skip this one. I'm gonna go through the black and white side. On this one, that's 3. You're gonna do this 4 times. On this one, I'm gonna go through the black and white side. So I kinda have to bend it over so that I can make sure I push it onto there. It's really hard to show you guys that, but now all 4 are on there. Now, you can probably kind of see the pin on the inside. I need to push that pin through the very center of the piece of paper. So that's where those 2 folds cross together. So I need to find that, and then I'm gonna push the pin through onto the back. So check it out. I have the pinwheel shape created, right? And you can kind of like wiggle it around a little bit to get it like to be positioned exactly how you want, but that is how basically you put it together, and the pin is on the back. Okay, so I'm just holding on to it. Forgot one thing. Everybody also needs a bead. Okay, this bead gives some space in between your pinwheel and the dowel rod, or the handle that you guys are going to be attaching it to. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm still just holding on. I'm going to take the bead, does not matter what color you get. I'm just going to slide the bead onto the pin like that. It's just going to like sit right on there. And then you are going to put your pin through the dowel rod. Okay, so all right, so at this point we just have one final thing to do after we bend our pin just a little bit. So you can see how the pin is going to be kind of sticking up like this. You can just hold it down against there with your thumb, don't hurt yourself, and take like that little bead, the little yellow ball, and kind of pull it down just a little bit, just to make it more of a 90-degree angle that the pin is at, so that you know it can spin once we're all together here. Okay, now you guys are gonna have a piece of colored tape. Okay, you're gonna take the colored tape and you are going to wrap it around this part of the pin that you can see just wants to move around. So you have to wrap it as tightly as you can. So I want to wrap this entire piece of tape. So I'm going to start at the end. I'm going to put it over top of the pin, and I'm going to wrap it around. I also want to cover up the point of the needle, so that like if somebody comes and picks this up, they're not going to hurt themselves, right? It's safety for you and anybody else. So okay, so now that you have your tape on the back, totally secure, your pinwheel pin is not showing. I can go run my finger right over it, not have to worry about getting poked with it. Your pinwheel should be able to spin right? And the last thing that you can do is, if you would like, to design the handle. This one I've already finished, so I want you to check out how I have totally designed the handle on here. So that's kind of the final touch. Not only should your important information, like your name, you guys need your first name, your last name, and your room number on here, but you can also add line designs with thin or thick Sharpies, or a combination of the two if you'd like to do that too. Once you're done with that, you can put them onto Artsonia. Take a picture of them. You can include the stick. You don't have to include the stick if you don't want. And then there should be some questions to fill out on there, and you can grade yourselves on the project. That's it.